Good morning. Good morning, everyone. It's Monday and we are live. Good morning. Welcome to the Monday Morning Motivator. I'm Jessica Magooch, your host today and every week, sharing my best sales tips, advice, building a startup sales team from zero to over $40 million in recurring revenue in just 3 years. And today I'm talking about how to create your signature selling style guide. You might be wondering, what the heck is a signature selling style guide? Something I created to help my students to learn how to sell authentically and something that aligns with who they are, and take all the sales tips and advice that they're receiving from me and from anywhere else, other sources. Why would you go anywhere else? I don't know. But if you are going to other sources, it will help you take what you're learning about overcoming objections and closing and basically how to sell and align them with who you really are, so that when you're selling, it's something that's authentic to you and thus more effective. Okay. So it's something that you'll be able to keep forever. It'll just take us a few minutes to do, and something you can share with your team, your current team or your future team, to help indicate, what kind of sales team you guys want to represent or be in the market. So here's what you're gonna do. Okay, take a if you're at your desk or somewhere where you can write down, do that. If not, you can totally do this just thinking about it if you're on the go. First, what we're going to do is I want you to take a piece of paper and a pen and write down 5 people that you admire. Now, they could be famous, they could be, personal relationships, they could be living, dead, doesn't matter, fictional, nonfiction. It could be any character. Pick 5 of them and write them down right now. So I'll give you a couple seconds to do that. Thanks for the like, so I know you're there. All right, are you writing them down? I know it's when you're watching videos, you think you'll do it later, but I really want you to do it now. Okay, so you've got those people in mind, right? Okay, now for each of those people, and if you only have 3, that's okay. If you can't think of 5 right now, think of 2 or 3 adjectives that describe them. So make sure it's an adjective. So if it's like the person helps other people, just keep it to a 1-word adjective, like helpful or generous or giving, whatever 1-word adjective would describe that person or character. So I'll give you a couple seconds to do that too. Now, everyone's going to have a different style guide. So this is why we actually have to do this exercise, because I can't tell you what your style is. It's authentic to you, which means everybody's going to be a little bit different. So I can't sit here and say, okay, if you want to be authentic, this is how you have to sell. Well, that would be authentic to me doesn't necessarily mean it's authentic to you. So write down 2 or 3 adjectives that describe those 3 people that you mentioned. Good morning, Sales Launch Coders. How are you there in the private Facebook group and the Tech Accelerator, my new program for B2B female entrepreneurs, for techpreneurs, that is. Sharon, this is our Monday meeting that we have together. Okay, so you've got those adjectives. So I want you to look at those adjectives and then just cross out any ones that are duplicates, because you might have some duplicate adjectives in there. And then you could just rewrite those adjectives together in a list, and now look at what those adjectives are. What did you have? What did you write? If you're here with me live, you could post it in the comments. If not, I want to see them later. Those adjectives, those words that you listed, that is who you are. What you just did is an exercise to uncover your core values. So, in this regard, it's positive things because they're people you admired. So some of the words that you might hear are courageous or generous or smart or helpful or let's say powerful. I don't know. Everyone's going to have different ones. That's the beauty of this exercise. So what happens is now, how can you use this, right? So what happens is anytime that you do something, like we're talking about sales specifically, but this applies to life because sales is life. Anytime you do or say something that isn't aligned with those core values, that's when you feel icky and gross and uncomfortable in a selling situation or in a life situation, right? It's when you feel guilty or you feel like misaligned because you did something that didn't align with those core values. And so in selling, if you feel icky, guess what the customer is going to feel? Total ick factor, right? So what it teaches us too is that we often tend to focus so much on the other side of the table in sales, but really it's so much about who we are as a salesperson coming to the table and what we project onto the customer and what we transfer to the customer through our emotions, through our energy, and through our beliefs. They're contagious. So the best work that you can ever do to get better at sales is to work on yourself. That's why we do so much personal development inside our programs, because it's the most powerful way that I can teach you about your customer and how to be the most effective in sales that you possibly can be, so you can make more money and grow your company and help more people. It's all aligned with the goals that you've set out to accomplish in the first place. But in order to do it effectively, you don't have to sacrifice who you are and those values that you listed. You can align with those. So whatever technique or whatever you see, say, does this align with my core values? Can I make it align with my core values so I can still be effective and not just throw it out the window, but say, okay, well, here's a way that I can do it, and then test it, because a lot of the techniques and things that you'll hear, especially from me, they're proven over time to help you. And sometimes it's just getting used to doing something new that's uncomfortable. It doesn't necessarily mean it's wrong, right? So keep that in mind. And here's something fun you can do, because this is now your style guide. These are the words that indicate who you are and who you are as a salesperson, as an entrepreneur, and as a company. And you can take those and put them into a word cloud. Have you guys ever seen a word cloud? They're so much fun. I love visual representations of what I do. So a free service you can use is wordclouds.com or wordcloud. I'll put the link in the comments. So you can just pop those words in there. You can choose a shape and play around with it. And then you can have a visual style guide of the words that are going to indicate what kind of person you're going to bring into your conversations and into your business. And then you can blow it up and put it on your wall and make sure everyone knows that we're all aligned with these core values. Okay. So now you have your very own signature selling style guide. And I want you to put in the comments what your signature style guide is, so that you can declare it to the world of who you really are and let everyone know. And I can't wait to see what those are. So if you haven't yet, check out my free training at freetraining.jpmpartners.com. It is the science behind why people really buy, the best sales advice I ever received that launched us to over $100 million in sales. Have a great week, everyone. Bye.